Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Conspiracy Theory Fun Show. I'm your host, Mr. CTF. By the way, my wife doesn't like being called Mrs. CTF. This is the sixth episode, Advanced Dragon Theory 101. And also, I've decided to not be talking about Musk every episode, trying to keep them under 10 minutes. My first episode on Santa Claus was like 25 minutes long. I could talk about Santa Claus for hours, though. But anyways, advanced dragon theories. Why are dragons like the most one of the most common animals across cultures, from like China to like the United States to Europe to South America and stuff like that? They're feared and respected, and they're kind of like the worst thing that the imagination can come up with as far as an animal you don't want to face off of, or any sort of being you don't want to face off against, and could kill you. So I also think that, being a mammal, we share that in cultures. Part of the dragon is that we've defeated the reptilian animal group, along with the birds, successfully, but then always imagining, what if they came back? What if nature somehow managed to rebuild the reptilian animal group with extra powers, stuff like that. So that really gets into like what a dragon is. Basically, you start out with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is one of the most terrifying reptiles of all time, I think. And then you add to that bird wings, freedom of movements through the skies. So you got the claws from the reptiles, you got the big mouths from the reptiles, you got the armory, leathery or scaled skin from the reptiles. Then on top of that, you add warm-bloodedness. Obviously there's fire. So they're a warm-blooded creature. They can move anytime in the day or night. And they're fast too, because of their warm-bloodedness. Then just increasing on that, there's, they have man's fire too. Us humans, we have the fire thing. We can build fires. Other animal groups can't do that. And so having an animal that also has that is pretty incredible. And then just going even further than fire, dragons are also known to be cunning, as in really intelligent, and which is also kind of copying, what us humans can do. And then also being able to use magic, or, we call magic science now. So basically being able to do things that we can't, is amazing. And then, so they're just this imaginary animal that just has all these powers. Basically, if you can defeat a dragon, and I think this is what the shared culture says, as far as the books and the heroes and stuff like that, and the myths and stuff like that, like that's if you do the work to figure out how to defeat a dragon, like you're pretty much on the right track, is what the shared culture is saying there. And so that's basically normal dragon theory, obviously, and now the advanced part of dragon theory is the new dragon attack that my son and I came up with, which is called the dragon fart attack. And if you're a fantasy writer or something like that watching this video, feel free to rip this off, but basically you're just a dude or a girl, and you're walking along somewhere at night in like a forest or something, and all of a sudden you just smell the most horrible smell ever, like a super fart smell, and then you're kind of almost knocked out from that alone, but you're still stumbling along, and then you kind of realize what's going on. The dragon comes around, lights your ass on fire, you get cooked alive, and are a nice snack for the dragon. Clothes are off. Basically, you're just, dragons eat humans and other animals like that. Whatever is big enough for them to spend time with eating, they'll do that. And so cooked meals obviously are more preferred if you're a dragon. And, getting out like clothes and all that stuff isn't really what you want. So, this is the dragon fire attack, just doing that. In the modern scenario too, like, say you're sleeping in your house with your kids and stuff like that, the dragon just lands on the chimney, or maybe through an open window, just farts in there. You might wake up in the middle of the night and just be horrible smell, almost like dying yourself. And then before you even know it, all of a sudden you're on fire, like lighting up a dragon fart. That's like a couple bars of TNT that like gets under people's doors, gets everywhere in the house. you're running around the house trying to save your children. You know, you run outside with your children whose pajamas are on fire, and your wife's whose pajamas are on fire, and you're on fire. You're trying to do your best to survive, and then the dragon just swoops down and eats your whole family and you. I mean, it would just be a disaster. And so defeating dragons really is an accomplishment if you can actually figure out a way to defeat them. I think that's what most fantasy stories are about, that feature dragons, is how to actually, somehow neutralize them, which is a pretty big accomplishment. And that's then the end of my Dragon Theory 101 video. I hope you like it. Feel free to share it if you like, and have a good day too. And just, be peaceful in general.